Alright everybody, I'm back. This is part 2 of the Pardus 2011 review, a Turkey-based distribution featuring KDE. Well, I started this last night, and the installation process took, I'm going to say, about an hour and a half. Now, I realize I'm using a virtual machine, but that being said, this is the longest installation of an operating system I have done ever in and out of a virtual box. But keep in mind, to be fair, keep in mind that when you are using a virtual machine, it will never run as fast as a full install or a dual boot. But again, I will say that this is the longest installation that I have done ever in a virtual box. Alright, what I did to speed this up a bit, because it is running somewhat slow, as far as finishing up the installation, typing in a username, password, I followed the default instructions. Again, as a Windows dual booter, I had no problems following the instructions, typing in a username, password, and logging in. So that being said, if you are a Windows user and wanted to try this, you shouldn't have any problems. The only thing I would say is don't try this in a virtual box. Okay, after doing that, username, password, logging in, it says here, welcome to Pardus 2011. What is Pardus? Okay, Pardus is a reliable, secure, fast, and user-friendly operating system. I won't read the whole thing. This is something that you can read at your leisure, but what I will do is just follow the instructions and click Next. Okay, the clicking behavior defines how many times you want to click when you are opening a file. Clicking behavior, button order, double click is fine. I am right-handed. Click Next. Themes. Choose your favorite theme and desktop type. Customize Pardus with colorful styles and themes. Well, I like this. This gives you a choice before you are ready to dive into your new operating system. Well, what choices shall we use? You have Soldier, Obsidian, North, Cherry, Blossom, Chrome, KDE, Dark Knight. I don't know. Let me take another quick look here. Let's see. Well, let's try Dark Knight, shall we? Okay, so Dark Knight it is. Icons. Let's stick with the standard KDE. Works for me. Number of desktops here at the bottom right. I'll just do 2, or sorry, that's 1, 2. Desktop type KDE style at the bottom left for the icons is fine. Okay, let's click Next. So far, so good. Easy. You can also customize your KDE menu as you like. Please choose from the following styles. Kickoff. What do we have? Kickoff, simple, Lancelot. Let's try Lancelot. I first saw this in Linux Mint, KDE Linux Mint 10, and I like it, so we'll keep it with Lancelot. Next. Wallpaper. Lots of nice wallpapers. Let's see. Fresh morning. Okay, fresh morning sounds good. Even though I don't feel fresh with my stuffy nose. But it's okay. I'm okay with my stuffy nose because it is a bug and not a virus. Ha 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 ha. Just kidding, just kidding. Okay, click Next. This screen helps you set your user picture. You can either choose an image from a file or you can capture an image from your camera. Select an option from the options menu. Let's see, choose image. Nah, it's not that important. Click cancel. I don't really need a user picture right now. Click Next. Okay, to install and remove programs to Pardus, use Package Manager. Package Manager also can automatically install the latest updates available. Apparently the Package Manager is their version of the Ubuntu Synaptic Package Manager or the Ubuntu Software Center. Okay, I will click Show Updates in the System Tray. Since I won't be keeping this in a virtual box, I will not click Check Updates automatically every 12 hours. If you were keeping this, definitely follow the default instructions. Click Next. Okay, Smalt. It sounds like something in a steel mill. Smalt is a tool that collects the information in the following table and sends it to us for which to let us improve. Nah, I will not click Send My Profile. Privacy Policy. This is my machine here. Okay, click Next. You have successfully finished all steps. Here is a summary of the settings you want to apply. Click Apply Settings to save them. Okay, the following settings will be applied. Mouse, menu, wallpaper style, and Smalt settings. Very nice. Very, very easy to use. This reminds me, dare I say, reminds me of Windows 7. Okay, don't throw tomatoes at me. Apply settings. So far, the way this looks, so far, Pardus has definitely set itself apart from the rest of the normal KDE distributions out there on the market. Okay, what happened here? A little glitch. Let's try apply settings again, see what happens. Once again, keep in mind I am running this in a virtual machine, so it will be slow. A little bit slower than I like, but that's okay. Okay, your settings have been applied. Now you can start enjoying Pardus or check out the following links. System settings, help and support. Now I'll just click Finish for now. Just a few thoughts while this finishes up. It's clear that Pardus is a bloated, well, maybe bloated is a bad word. I don't know. Full-featured. Pardus is a full-featured, loaded operating system with lots of goodies. Now I know that Pardus requires at least 1 gigabyte of RAM. This machine I'm using now has at least 2 gigabytes, and you can see how not rather zippy, it's not running zippy. So I recommend that you have at least 2 gigabytes of RAM or more to run Pardus. In that respect, this reminds me of Windows 7. Windows 7 can run 1 gigabyte on 1 gigabyte of RAM, but I recommend more, and I'm saying this the same for Pardus. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Pardus looks terrific, and I like it. Okay, this is the default desktop. Okay, the folder, the wallpaper, of course. Okay, let's see, right click. Okay, the usual settings there. Alright, looks good. Let's click the start button, see what happens. Okay, this is again what I saw in Linux Mint 10. It looks terrific. Alright, let's go to computer. Well, let me briefly go through this. Again, it's not running zippy, but I'll do my best. We have documents, contacts, computer, applications. Okay. Lock session, leave, switch user. You may have seen this before. If not, the Lancelot menu looks terrific. It's the best menu uh, I've seen in a long, long time. Maybe even nicer than Windows 7. Ooh, okay. Well, let's go to applications. We have a Firefox web browser, personal information contact, instant messaging, Copete, system settings, file manager, the Clementine music player, add or remove, software. Let's see what the package manager looks like. Boy, this looks nice. Very easy on the eyes. Somebody wrote to me saying that this is the best KDE, the best version of a KDE desktop that you can find. Well, I certainly can't argue with looks. Okay, all packages, installable packages, installed packages, updates. Okay, easy enough. Let's try settings and see what it looks like. Configure package manager. General settings, cache, repositories. Let's click repositories. Okay, seems simple enough to read. Let me click cancel. Let's see, let me try something. Let's see if, let me type in Banshee, see if it comes up. Banshee, of course, is a media player based on Ubuntu that I'll probably do a review here sometime in the future. Okay, well, I typed in Banshee and nothing came up. So apparently, right now the package manager does not have all the versions of software that you can choose as you would be able to in, say, Zorin or Linux Mint or Ubuntu. So this may take some getting used to as far as software. So for a new user, this may be somewhat of a setback. And right now, okay, I just realized, right now you have a choice from 933 pieces of software. That's not a lot considering Zorin Linux Mint has tens of thousands, so they have a little bit of catching up to do. However, that being said, this looks somewhat easy to use, and it really looks terrific. Okay, well, let me get out of that. Let me go back here. Alright, I'll probably wrap this up here shortly. I don't want to spend all day on this, although I probably could. Let's see. Let's go to multimedia and see what we have here. Let's take a look at something I really haven't messed with. Let's go to Clementine music player. Even though it's running a little slow, it does appear to be very stable. I'm impressed. Okay, this is the Clementine music player. Your library is empty, as it should be. I haven't loaded any music on this. Let's see. We have at the bottom here, rewind, play, stop, forward. Okay, this seems easy enough. Volume at the right. Music, library, files. Let me click it, files, desktop, internet. It'll go to the internet. Click, click, click. There we go. Okay, you have LAS, Soma, Magnitude, Gemendo, Icecast. Okay. Looks like it has a few options here similar to what you would find in Linux Mint or Ubuntu. Let me get out of this here. Okay. These are your widget settings here. click that if it'll pop up. And add the widgets. Let me click that. Okay, let me just pick the clock. Actually, let's go with the calendar. Let me just click and drag that here. Okay, that's good enough for me. Okay, there's the calendar. Okay, I think what I'll do is I think I'll wrap this up. Those of you who are familiar with Pardus are probably liking it because I like what I see. Those of you who have never heard of Pardus, or those of you who are Windows users, you may want to take a look at this. This is loaded, polished. It looks terrific, just like Windows 7 in my opinion. Not to insult Pardus, if anything, it is a compliment. From start to finish, looks, installation, instructions, default settings, it's stunning. This very well may be the best KDE desktop out there. The only thing I would say is there's not a lot yet in the repositories for the choices of software, but that may be enough for most users. I don't know. You would have to really install this on your machine, fully install it, running it off the hard drive and not in a virtual box to really appreciate an operating system like this. It looks terrific, it's stable, it's not fast, again in a virtual box. So my final thoughts on this are this. Pardus is polished, Pardus is easy to install, Pardus requires a fast machine. I would probably recommend a machine with at least 2 gigabytes of RAM or more, maybe a dual core. If you have that, I'm sure it'll run fine. Again, this looks terrific. It feels more polished, more professional. What I saw so far, I like it a lot. Okay, I don't want to drag this review on. This review is by request, was by request. Thank you for requesting it. It took a little bit longer than usual, but I liked what I saw. And now again, those of you who are new to my channel, one of the purposes of my channel is to convince Windows users to at least try a version of Linux. Now, Pardus may be a little bit too much if you are brand new, just to be fair. So for that, I would say using Zorin, which is what I'm using now. Again, if you are using Windows, you will find the menu similar to Windows. If you are a little bit more adventurous and want something really loaded and you have a jazzed up machine, try Pardus. It looks absolutely marvelous. Alright guys, that's it for this screencast of Total OS today. As always, thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and comment. And as always, I will catch you sometime in the near future. Bye.